Hi, this is Matt with AppliancePartsPros.com. Today we'll be showing you how to repair your appliance. Remember, anytime you work on an appliance, make sure it's unplugged or the circuit breakers are off so there's no chance of electrocution. Also make sure you turn off your hot and cold water supplies. In this video we're going to show you how to change out the Whirlpool duet washer hose. It's going to be a very easy repair. It should only take a few minutes to show you how to do it. If you already have one of these, great. If not, you can click on the link below or get it at AppliancePartsPros.com. When you open up the package, you're going to get the new hose. The main reason you'll be changing out the hose is if it has a leak and you're getting water on the floor. In order to remove the back panel to change the part, we have to take this hose off since it's snapped into this panel. So all we have to do is use our pliers, loosen up this clamp, snap them out of their holders, and we can pull it off. Once we have that hose out, we can go around and remove all the screws that hold in the back panel. You're going to use your Torx 20 driver again. We can take the panel off. We have to take these covers off because they kind of lock the back panel to the washer. So you just have to lift up on one side and pull them out. Once you have all those covers off, we should be able to pull the back panel off. In order to get access to the part, we have to remove the lower access panel. It's held down by a few screws underneath the bottom panel. So we're going to use our Torx 20 driver to take them out. So the screws are located down at the bottom. On this particular model, there's 3 that go across. Once you have those 3 screws out, you can just shake the panel, get it to drop down, and then get it out of the way. Anytime you disconnect any of these lower hoses down here, you want to make sure that you put a towel down to catch whatever water is going to come out. Then you can get on the clamp with the pliers, slide it up the hose a little bit so we can pull it off the pump. Once you have it off the pump, we can go around to the back side and finish change it. To get this end of the drain hose off, we're going to take this fitting off. We can press down on this locking tab with your flathead screwdriver and push it back into the machine. Then you can reach inside and guide it through the hole. Last place we have to take it out of is this little retaining clip. All it does is pop out and we can remove this black hose. So once you have that out of the way, we can pull the drain hose out. Here's the old hose next to the new hose. If you already have one of these, great. If not, you can get it at AppliancePartsPros.com. The one thing we do have to do is change the clamps over from the old one to the new one. So all you have to do is take your pliers, take the clamps off the old one, and put the clamps onto the new hose. On the other end, we have this fitting that we took out. So we have to remove the clamp, get the fitting out, then get the clamp. And then we can put it onto the new hose. When you put the fitting on the new hose, there's a little bump right here that goes right into this little indent. So you need to line that up. So when you put the hose on, it's at the proper angle for this to snap back into the metal sheet. Once we have the fitting on, we can stick the clamp back on. Alright, now we can put the new hose in the washer. Now that we have the new hose assembled, we can put it in through the back wall. You have to reach up inside, kind of make sure you feed it through this hole. And then we could snap this fitting into place and we can put in the lower half of the hose. So we can lift this air pressure hose out of the way. Like I said, make sure you don't kink it or anything. And then we want to feed the drain line back in between the tub and the wall. And then we can snap into the retaining clip. And then we can put the pressure line back on. This foam piece can be moved around, so wherever it's going to touch against the wall or whatever, you can put that there so it doesn't rub a hole in it. All right, now that we're at the front of the machine, we can hook up the other hose to the pump. Same thing as up top. Has this little notch right here that goes right there on the pump. So all we have to do is line it up and push it on. Once we have it seated all the way, we can take our pliers and move the clamp back up. Now that we have the part installed, we can put the lower access panel back on. All we have to do is slide it underneath and lift it into place. Once you have it lifted into place, we can put the screws back in. There's a total of 3 screws that hold the bottom panel on. We can put the back panel on. All we have to do is feed it up under this panel and push it in. I'm going to line the holes up and put this screw in first to hold it in place. And then I can go around and do all the screws. Next thing we have to do is put back in the shipping bolt covers. All they do is slide into place this way, so we can slide them in, and then it snaps into place. You want to make sure that the rounded edge is on the outside, and make sure you do it for all 4 of them. Last thing we have to do is push the drain hose back on. All we have to do is push it up into place and then move the clamp up to secure it. And then you can run whatever excess you didn't have or use through these clips and then out to your drain. Now that you're done repairing the washer, you can plug it back in, turn the water back on, and take it for a test spin. Thanks for joining us for another successful repair brought to you by AppliancePartsPros.com. Check out our other repair videos on our site, Facebook, and YouTube.